Welcome back. Here we go. We are preparing for winter. Everybody's gonna hibernate in their house and get ready. We're gonna solve some problems for you. We got Dimitri here from Live to Play Sports. He's gonna talk about the amazing things going on with Wahoo bikes, bike trainers, just some apps they got to get you going, keep you in bike shape and ready to go for next summer.
Hi, my name is Dimitri. I'm from Live to Play Sports, and we distribute Wahoo trainers in Canada. And I am at Fresh Air Concept in Kelowna to talk about some of the new things that are happening with the brand this year. First, we're going to talk about the Wahoo Kicker bike, which provides a complete indoor training experience, and it has lots of neat features like simulated grade changes. You can customize gear selection, so you can match the simulated gearing on the bike to match whatever you have on your bike, and it provides a gear change simulation as you're riding. So it really feels like you're riding your regular bike in your living room. The Wahoo Fitness app makes it extremely easy to fit yourself onto this bike out of the box with a couple of different options. Number one, you can take a picture of your existing road bike and it will actually suggest measurements for all 5 adjustments on this bike. Or you can enter measurements from a professional bike fit to get the exact fit that you need right out of the box. It makes it extremely easy. One benefit of the Kicker bike over most other trainers is that it is virtually silent. Even on a wheel-off trainer, there's quite a bit of noise that comes from the drivetrain, which this being belt-driven is completely eliminated. So if you need to be working out in a quiet environment, this provides an awesome experience. Next, we have the Wahoo Kicker, and this is the 5th generation of this trainer. There's a number of updates on it for this season. Number one, it is more accurate. It has 1% accuracy on its power measurements. It also comes with Axis feet, which allow for a little bit of movement on the trainer as you're riding. There's a direct connect port as well, which is a brand new feature. This allows you to hardwire the trainer if you are using it in an environment where there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference. Wahoo offers a wide variety of trainers, all the way from your entry-level wheel-on power trainer to your Kicker bike, which offers a complete solution. But there's also a whole ecosystem of other devices that help you take your training to the next level.
Awesome, thank you, Dimitri. There's some amazing products. Have people talking about, ooh, I want a Peloton bike, I want this. We have some amazing options I think are better. Dimitri says they're quieter. It's amazing, gets your training up, and you're definitely race ready come the springtime. So in the last round of vlog shooting, I got a lot of comments back. Everybody's like, man, what's going on with your hair? You know, I gotta be honest, I shower every day. You know, honestly, I don't wash my hair every day. I don't wash my hair every week. You know, it's just natural. You know, you get out, I come and work some days, you just feel like a rock star. You're like, bam, you know, I feel great. You get going and then you get text, you're like, dude, what's going on? This is the way I feel every morning. And this is the way people portrayed me. All super good. You know, I'm pretty happy either way, but you know, the main part is I'm super happy and energetic to get to work and just having a little fun. Some of you guys might remember of the intro we did with Johnny in the wintertime, and he was supposed to be talking about his skis, and all he did to talk about was how good his boot heaters were, how he gets cold feet on the hill. You know, we got him here, he's talking about his bikes. You know, my only question is, how come every Monday morning, Johnny's got to teach a bike lesson, and he's got to come and get an e-bike to go? You know, I'm okay. I'm down with e-bikes. You know, he's a dad, got a little dad bod. We need the e-bike to get up the hill a little bit more. It's all good fun. But here's Johnny talking about his new ride.
Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm a manager at Fresh Air. This year, I'm just really excited about the amount of time that I've had to, you know, actually get out, enjoy the outdoors when it's nice and peace and quiet. I don't have anything going on around me, and I can really be myself with my thoughts. And one thing I kind of reflected on this year was, you know, really taking advantage of the time that I had for myself sometimes, trying to be more efficient in everything that I do in life. And the one thing that I found to be the most efficient was actually to take all the bikes that I have loved and combine them into one that does a really, really good job at everything. One bike instead of 3 means less maintenance, generally means less money, generally means a much happier wife at home as well. So I've shrunk my whole quiver down to one bike that I absolutely love and enjoy. All right, the bike that I've chosen for this year is the Specialized Enduro. Brand new design for this season. It's got 170 millimeters of travel and the same buzzwords that they've been throwing out in the industry for years. Longer, lower, slacker. What that means for me is I have a bike that pedals uphill incredibly well, like my trail bike. I have a bike that descends amazing, just like my downhill bike. And going to big wheels on a long travel bike, when I go up to Big White, I don't hang up on rocks in the techie sections. The bike is fast, it carries speed. I'm not having to pedal into features to, get that extra speed for the jump. So the bike's super quiet, which is something that, a bike enthusiast would really enjoy. We don't got chain slap going on. It is dead silent on the trail. The only thing that you're hearing is that hub buzzing in the background. And anytime that I'm out there, get to catch a little air and have the wind blowing through my hair is pretty much the happiest time the happiest time that I get to spend by myself.
Awesome, Johnny. It's amazing what a child does. It makes you change your mind, set your priorities. Maybe you don't need 3 bikes, maybe you don't need 4. Everybody should probably have 4 bikes. But when you can find the right bike that does everything for you, from shuttle laps to riding resorts to trails around Kelowna, it is amazing. Not only that, his bike looks sick. It's matte black with red accents. Thing's amazing. Recommend getting out and trying one. Thanks, Johnny. See you on the trails. So the one thing we never really talked about much about being a dad is you don't always want to do too much and set the expectation high. It's like, sure, you get up early, you feed the baby, you do stuff, but at some time we're just disadvantaged. We can't breastfeed. That's true. Sometimes we just can't put the babies to bed.
You gotta tag mom in sometimes.
Yeah. And that sometimes usually is just like, oh, he's crying. But there's times when you just gotta jump in and you gotta do it because there's nobody around. I got a couple tricks up my sleeve that Amy totally thinks is hilarious. Yourself?
There's a few tricks for sure.
For me, I've tried anything. Luke loves Darius Rucker wagon wheel. I put it on once, it was just on by accident. He fell asleep. And I was like, boom, put it on again. It's like YouTube, like let's try a little something else. Loves Garth Brooks, loves Alan Jackson. Heck, I started practicing line dancing on it, puts him to sleep. And then, Amy's like, you're crazy. Last week, call up Ames, I'm like, hey, what's going on? How are the kids? And you know what I can hear in the background? Wagon wheel. She gave in. That's a win for me.
That's a win in the dad books for sure.
That's a win for sure. But you gotta hold your cards close. You don't wanna let them know, because then every time it's like, now it's like, I can't do it, you gotta rock him to sleep.
He's yours.
He's mine. Yeah. So every day it's like, oh, your turn, put him to sleep. You can only do so much wagon wheel and dancing. But I'm getting a little workout, having some fun.
Oh, my left arm is definitely getting way stronger than my right. And yeah, I definitely didn't hold my cards too close to my chest, and I got a little conceited about it, and I was like, oh man, I'm so good at putting Wilder to sleep. And now Leanne knows that when Wilder's time to go to bed, it's, here you go, Dad. He's all yours.
Rookie mistake. But for number 2, hey, it might be different. All this baby talk going on, it's like there's love in the air in the fall. We've been keeping this a secret for a while because it hasn't really been Instagram official yet, but our 2 models, Lisa and Simon, are finally engaged. We got the official photographs. It's on Instagram, so it's gonna happen. Congratulations to Lisa and Simon. Also, friend of the shop, Steph and Shelley, got engaged on the weekend. It's amazing. Congratulations to everybody. It's just not the springtime, it's fall time, love in the air. But as you're watching with Johnny and I, hold your cards close. You're gonna be rocking every night. So it finally happened. Our store on Harvey opened last weekend. Winter's here. It was amazing energy. We got skis on the floor. We have no bikes to put in there, so it's all winter. Skis, cross country, snowboards. We have stuff from last year. We got some deals. There's no ski swaps happening this year, so come on in. There's amazing stuff. Come in, talk to the guys, and we'll get you set up, ready to go. Get out and enjoy the fresh air.